Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown extended beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. You know, we're all going through times of change, and for us to get towards the greatest, we have to go through all the other stuff before we can get to that. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and truly a lot of blessings coming your way. Lord Jesus, don't mess up my intro. If you've been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you just tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and head you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos give you good vibes or insight that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, even a fellow empath that are going through some really trying times at the moment and just need spiritual guidance or confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give you a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for all the love and support. It's always appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And I'm still listening to the same music from Anthony Summers, and it's called Euphoria, Complete Restoration, Body, Mind, and Soul. And the video I'm doing is Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, the chosen have been chose. Powerful in strength has gone full circle. There are so many things, like, before, I forgot when it was, like, probably last week or the week before, told y'all it's like the visually when it comes to us, it's like I see us in like our own like empathic chrysalis, going through that caterpillar butterfly phase. We're facing a lot of things that used to trigger us. We have faced a lot of things that can pull out of our element of peace. We're being tested by other people's judgment. You're probably going through some form of diversity, just constant struggle. Those are the things that's going to be able to, help you along the way by strengthening you. And a lot of times we don't really see it as that, but if you allow yourself to really look at how things has really made you change, change how you move forward in different things, change how you're being very mindful. And, what discerning, I was trying to figure out the word I was trying to use, of what you choose to speak on. Always make sure you speak your truth. And it's just like everybody is going through these heaviness, but it's allowing you to really fully, just clear out a lot of stuff. It's just like if you have ever played any kind of sports in school, and you had to go for, like if you're going track or football, how the coaches like run you, and it's just like, hey, we coming up for this championship, this and this and that, so I need you to work out, watch how you're eating, no partying, all these different things, and it's pushing you. And this is exactly what this is going for, because it's like a lot of people, it's like with me, people are getting tested, your family and stuff from the other side is giving you all type of insight, being able to let you know, hey, I'm here for you. There's going to be different things that's coming at you. They may want you to second guess a lot of things, want you to place doubt in your life, because it's like anytime you get close to something that is really going to uplift you in so many ways, there are going to be some things that's going to constantly come towards you. I noticed there's a lot of different like gospel channels like Trailblazers and Grace from God and stuff like that. It's like a lot of things that catch my attention, and I can truly relate to it. It's like I'm not a religious person, but I'm heavy on my spirit. I believe in God and the devil and all these different things and stuff like that. So I understand. And a lot of times, you just sit there. It's like, gosh, I'm trying to move forward. I'm not giving up on myself, and I'm trying to be transparent as I can possibly be. Why do I always got to deal with something coming at me all the time? You have to understand, when you're getting close to something, a gold mine, there'll be something, hey, over here. You're supposed to be paying attention straight ahead. There's always something over here trying to distract you, because they know what you're doing. What you're going through. You'll probably have people that'll come up, you making enemies you didn't even know about. You have people always want to have their little say dictating what your life is going and what you need to be doing, or you have people that cause drama in your life just to, awake you, or whatever, you became awakened from certain things that, still may be a little sensitive to you. You working on your healing and stuff like that. You have to understand you were chosen. You were chosen for that. There's only, a lot are called, but only few are chosen. And that's what we're going through. And it's just like so many different things. There's certain things I can't speak on. And there's certain things that I see within the world. And I'm just like, this mess is getting real, and seeing a lot of different things. It's like 1044. I'm starting to see them like popping up all over the place. And, if you're, about the traits and the characteristics that goes along those things in the place, you're seeing it on TV, hearing about it in the newspapers, all these different things that's going on. And it is just like, especially with the 1044, is a lot of people that stay in the media. There's a lot of people that stay in those different situations. It's like, when you have that gift to be able to, your conduit, your anchor, all these different things, you'll start seeing people for who they are. Because if you're, you're an average person that's spiritually asleep, you're not going to see the things as the empaths that are powerfully awakened. They may see somebody like, oh, that's old, that's Greg or somebody right there. But next thing you see them like, damn, no, that's Archangel such and such and such. They be looking at you like, are you all right? you smoking or something? You doing all that? And it's just like we're able to see, feel, and get vibes that other people can't get. So it's just like people getting set in a place. And there's a lot of different things that has not came into full light about that. There's certain things that's going on, and I just really hope it goes in a good way and not within that transitional way. That breaks my heart. But it's just like that person, I can see that was chosen, really, really chosen for some stuff like that. And it's just like allows you to see something that's like, dang, that's deep. It's very deep. It can be very sad. It can be very heavy. It can be very dark. But there's a lot of things that, we can't question what goes on with God and the universe. We can never do that. My mom was like, girl, don't you do that. I'll break your back if you ever try to sit up here and question God. Don't you do that. And it's just like a lot of things that I've seen, that has taken place. It is preparing us for a lot of things, because it's just like with all these purging I'm doing, clear and spiritual cleansing as well as detoxification. When you're clearing a lot of that unwanted stuff that is no longer needed, it heightens everything else back up. It's like that was your antibiotic, for whatever you were sick from. And it's that thing will have you all spiked up like that. So I get a lot of these feelings, and it's just like I was telling y'all a few days ago, I'm at the optical shop, and all of a sudden I'm starting to feel, I'm like, damn, why is everybody coming towards me? And I start feeling all the dead loved ones coming up. Hey, can you tell her this and this? I'm like, oh, Jesus. I don't know how this person gonna feel. I ain't trying to set their mood off on something, that I'm up here early in the morning, having somebody having a heavy heart throughout the day. I'm not trying to do all that, but it's just like, it gets really crazy for me. And it's just like, especially if anybody knows me on a one-on-one basis, there's a lot of things about them that I have no reason of knowing. Like, Roz, how you know about these? Duh, you got sent to me. That was the reason why. I'm supposed to be able to help you in that way, to give you that insight, to be able to understand. And there are a lot of things that, may be presented to them, and they're like, okay. Or people are like, Roz, this came up and it was told for me to come see you about this, and you'll give me the insight that I need. And it's like, it's challenging, but it also feels good at the same time that I can give somebody that type of clarity, be able to understand this is what takes place. You may be seeing certain, animal totems, or you may see certain posts that is like, if somebody's telling you something, like if you haven't drifted off in a different, direction with your creativity, if you hear something that's being presented to you more than once, that is your confirmation. Get to getting. That is something that you need to be doing. It's like, cause I've heard that before. Somebody be like, Roslynn, you're not the first person that told me that. And I'm just like, that's letting you know this is something that you need to be able to move forward in. And a lot of things that we're being moved forward in is something very foreign, but they want you to be able to understand, you need to be able to, get yourself used to being uncomfortable, being comfortable, getting uncomfortable. Because there's a lot of different changes that are taking place in your life that is going to be of the new. Well, it'll be foreign to a certain extent, but it'll also be familiar to you in a certain extent, because there's a lot of different things that's taking place in your life that may feel like a deja vu moment. You end up doing something. I'm just like, why does this feel like I just, knew this is how this was going to play out in a certain way? And you're getting all this insight and stuff like that. So it's just like everybody, it's like checkmate. Anybody ever seen the movie Independence Day? And it's like Jeff Goldblum, that's my boy right there. Until he scared the mess out of me when he was in Fly. That was just a really disgusting movie. But that's my boy. He was a scientist over Independence Day, and he was like, they all getting set. And it's just like they made that big triangle like that. And they say, he's like, what's going to happen? Checkmate. And it's not like they're going to, clear the world out like Armageddon, 2012, San Andreas and stuff like that. But they're getting things set up. And a lot of things, if you read up on 1044, I'm starting to see a lot of them just poked out. A lot of them has been there and people weren't really seeing what they really need to see, what is taking place. Because there are a lot of people are being used. For example, if you haven't noticed anything about 1044, there's a lot of people that used to do stuff, behind closed doors. A lot of times, karma ain't discriminating. You got the rich folk, but there's a lot of different controversy that is going on in the world where you're like, dang, where is this coming out at? Or all these different things is taking place in the world, where it just seemed like karma is not discriminating against anybody. If there's anything that you've been doing that you feel like, I'm not going to, I can get away with this. People start smelling themselves as, the elders say, it's like, somebody, they feeling themselves. They feel like they can't, never get caught. They feel like nothing is fails proof. Stuff like that. And there's things that really need to be changed. They'll show some people that, they'll be put out and be that person that you really may look up to. You really may get a lot of, very good vibes about these people, like what they're talking about. Different people that shows you, yes, I've had bad times, I've had dark times, but allow me to let you know how I soared through those times. Everybody is fighting a war against themselves of a lot of things that's taking place. And when you can allow yourself to be very transparent about that, that's a beautiful thing, because it's just not everybody, and I understand that a lot of people may not like the things that they've done, coming up or, growing up, whatever. We've all did some things we ain't, proud of bragging about. But when you're allowing yourself to show people, yes, I've been on a road where, I had to fight many demons. Now I'm trying to get, getting right with my God, getting right with the universe. And I'm trying to speak my knowledge. You can get through this too, because there's a lot of people that I can really admire for them being that way, because it's like when you show somebody, what was it? It was this guy. He was he's a mentor or whatever you want to call it. And he speaks to different people in different parts of the world. And he would show how, he was really, going through some bad times, and he was showing people exactly how he looked around that time and then how he looks now. You wouldn't even think it was the same person, because he was, heavy in his addictions, and he was showing people, hey, I had to get right with myself. This is not something I want to brag about. These are not, he was a motivational speaker. That was the word I was trying to get. And I really, really respected that man. And I said, that takes a lot of courage for you to do. Just like when you do videos here, when you're allowing your story to be told, you're allowing people to be able to see the struggles that you have gone through, the things that has really pushed you in that darkness to where you had different things that pacified you for you facing your inner demons within yourself, the things that you struggle with. There's a lot of people that has to do that. So when you're allowing yourself to do that, they're using these people, as being that set of example, because there's a lot of people out here that feels like they can't get over a lot of things that they may struggle with. They feel like they can't, they feel like they're condemning themselves or seeing themselves as a person that's like, I can't be saved. Everybody can be saved. It's just up to you on making choices to be able to save yourself. It's the SOS thing, it's just like a lot of times where, there are certain things in my life where I needed help. And I was crying out for help, and I got so angry because it was just so many different things to prove these things were happening to me. But it was like, this is not the way it's going to happen, and I got really upset about that. I'm like, God, I pray to you, I'm being honest about the things that I was going through. Why am I not being heard? I deserve, all the, I deserve for somebody to hear me. And it didn't work that way, because I was still in that vibration of being a victim. I was still in a vibration of wanting to point the finger and say, you're going to pay for this. Very angry about the world because I didn't know my truth. Things were violated, things were hidden from me. There was a heaviness of deception that I had to really deal with in the last few years. But then when I said, I had to allow myself to heal, because I'm on this V for vendetta, and that's not, God don't work like that. You have to be able to allow him to do what he needs to do while you focus on yourself. And that's, there are so many people that are going through those different things, to be able to tell people you can heal from these things. No matter what you're going through, you have to be that one that says, you know what, I'm tired of living this life. I'm tired of feeling like I'm, at this low point. I need to bring myself up, but I'm trying to find my way to do that. That's why they pick all of us, because we're all struggling with something. We're all going through something that you are conquering a lot of things that people are still struggling with. And that's what you were chosen to do. That's your light working duty. That's your purpose. We can't stand when people are being judgmental towards people. We can't stand being labeled. We don't like being pinned down in a certain category, because, nothingness is everything. And that's why I feel like, yeah, I'm nothing. It's like, you'll never amount to nothing. Oh, if you felt that was going to be an insult, baby, you just clearly, gave me a compliment. So I'm like, thank you. People look at me like I'm crazy. I said, nothing is everything, so that means you can't be tied down to a certain thing, because you're all over the place. And that's a good thing. You're being all over the place. You're allowing yourself to stretch your limits out, because a lot of people are into that limitation, or somebody feel like, oh, you can't get higher than this. Who said I can't? You. But that means I'm gonna keep on going. Not the fact that I'm proving you wrong, but I'm proving it to myself. I ain't got nobody to prove. I don't care what you think. It's like your opinion about my experience ain't moving mountains for me. I'm moving mountains for my own self. I'm doing this for myself, because I'm not comfortable, being in a certain level. I want to be able to soar. If I reach the top, I want to do other things to make sure I stay on top. Appreciating everything that's step in my life. Appreciating the damn setbacks that I had, the failures, the bad choices, the impulse, choices. Me feeding off my anger instead of feeding off my truth. That person, it can happen to this person. That's why I love, doing the videos that I do, because there's so many people that can relate. You having issues with your family, you having issues with your marriages, your relationships, or whatever. You may be, into a different sexual preference, but don't know how to voice it because you're scared of, not being accepted. There's always something that somebody is going through that they need to be able to understand. Hey, I understand what you're going through. It's not just you that's going through that. I stumble with a lot of things myself, and it takes a lot of courage for you to be that transparent for that. There's so many people are out there that's doing that. I love to be able to see other people that are using their craft to not just better themselves, but other people to help them out. Being able to give a blessing without looking out anything in return. I always tell people, like, Roslynn, can I get it? No, your clarity is the blessing that you're giving me. I don't need anything from you because it's looking like I'm doing this to receive something back. The only thing I want is just to know I made some kind of peace in your heart and mind, because we walking around here walking in our own wars. Because a lot of times we feel like it's against the world, it's against ourselves. And that's a lot of things that's going wrong right now. There needs to really, really change. So you're allowing yourself to be that light worker. You're seeing the change and everything is unfolding. You see the truth is coming up to the surface. There's nothing that can sit up here and be shielded from the darkness too much. That God ain't pushing out in light. So, you're being for this. We're going in full circle, and the things that strengthen you is the things that, devil tried to make sure that you would never get over. The things that he always made sure that you would constantly suffer for those things. You are constantly going to be blaming somebody. You're constantly wanting to get vengeance or justice from somebody. When you're allowing yourself to work, that vengeance is mine. God will say that real quick. That's not your battle anymore. You work on you. You do what I told you to do, and let us fix this, because I can do a lot more than you can. So allow us to go ahead and do that. I'm like, touche, I'll go ahead and let you do that. Go about my business. You just don't know what kind of blessings you'll receive out of that when you're just focusing on your growth, focusing on your healing. That's what you were chosen to do. So you got to step in, because you're the chosen one. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of this video. Y'all don't want to be any kind of racism or thinking I'm picking with somebody, because I ain't got time for that. They ain't even what type of level I'm on. So please don't take it out of context, because they ain't what I'm doing. So anyways, I hope you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, drop a line. I would love a chance to hear from you. Share about the channel. I'll leave all my contact information in the description box below. It's all about networking and being able to get a deeper understanding. Or you may want to, share your special, spiritual, experience with me that you want to, or you're looking for a deeper understanding. Whatever we speak on is confidential. If I can't tell you from my experience, I try to make sure I find the information you need to help you have a deeper understanding about your experience. So I'd love to give a post notification shout out to Pinky's Advice, G's Destiny, Divine Angel, and Lion Kingdom. Much love to you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. And I hope and pray that everything you're trying to manifest comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined, and comes sooner than you ever expected. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out people love, like compassion and understanding, words, vibes, and frequencies. You never know, all those things really take somebody a long way. See y'all. Peace.